Hi, this is me. I got real, and my back hurts so badly that I'm like freaking out. We do a lot of heavy lifting Wednesday, and I feel really sick. I had to turn my phone back on. Um, so it's 12:23. There was a step study meeting today, and I didn't go. I got off work. It was slow. I sped up a little bit at night. It was slow at first. Oh no, it was busy at first, and it slowed down, and then it got busy a little bit, but I pretty much had to send everybody home. And today is Thursday. It's my Friday. I was considering going to a morning meeting this morning. Let's see if I can get my phone. I never like just turn it off. There we go. So I'm playing this solitaire game, and I hate this. The other one I had was okay, but it stopped working. It would deal the cards, and then it would freeze right at the end of dealing. My arm, especially my right arm, is super numb. And I cried all day yesterday because I was like feeling like I went downstairs and I was starting to feel like the people that I care about didn't care as much about me as I cared about them, and I felt this in my heart, but I also felt like at like a little bit later that people just are humans experimenting, you're doing what you know how to do best, and you may not be an expert in anything. And my screen is not right. So I went through a lot of these tissues. I did a little bit of laundry. I got bit right through my finger by my bunny. This morning I went to his cage, and then I went to grab his ball because it was in where he goes potty, and he just and then he threw the ball. Like, I don't know if he was trying to be like, oh, haha, just kidding, or I'm playing, or I'm gonna throw this ball at you because you didn't outfeed me, punk. So I'm gonna go to the bank. I got like super nervous energy right now. I think I already went through all this money. Um, I I said I was gonna shrink my days back what I regular was working because I was gonna look for another job and keep the hours open to work or interview or train. And now my hours have got shrunk during my week job, like 1 or more hours per day less on the schedule, which puts me at going to work at 7:30 at night. And I was going in sometimes 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And now 7:30? Like, that's, if I was going in at 2 and now 7, that's 5 hours. Some days less hours a day. Like, it's going to be like so bad. I feel really sick to my stomach right now. I cried all day yesterday, and I was really mad, and I knew I couldn't control people, and I'm trying to get some more light. Maybe you'll read this. And I really got to that point where I just got a response from somebody I like a lot. Like, I don't know if this person would ever find my channel, but I don't care expressing my feelings. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I woke up, I smelled good, I had my spinach and my almonds. I didn't eat, and then I ate. I should probably get an orange or something. I forgot I had an orange out on the counter. I'm gonna go get that orange. I need to, like, fix, like, that's just gonna make my stomach more acid. Hold on. Between me and the pigs, this is all that's left from the time I got this little orange. I told myself to get some yesterday at Winkle because it's a seasonal item, and it started to not taste good. I'll probably start getting. I don't like getting strawberries soon. I'll start getting some more watermelon. I think sometimes I feel I used to do watermelon all the time because I would juice all the time and do juice, like not juice fasting, but fast. Drink wheatgrass juice and then um, fast drink wheatgrass juice and then what is it I'm talking about? Oh yeah, fast some more and break the fast with watermelon. I never did cantaloupe or honeydew really. Watermelon, so I'd buy it year round. I didn't want to break the fast with anything else. Bananas, apples, grapes. I wanted it pure watermelon. I did that for a long time. I kind of should get back into that. I don't know. I haven't even put my sweet potatoes I'm soaking in the dehydrator yet. I felt really sick yesterday, and I had a flash on my phone a few days ago, and it said it was my spiritual twin's birthday. What is that? The 9th? Oh, there it is. And I didn't text him until... It's your birthday. The 15th, a thing flashed in front of my phone. Crap, that's so bad. And I'm not gonna, I can't do this. I want to do something. I want to be like, oh, like, I tried to contact my friend to see if she wanted to hang out Monday, and I was trying to use the Text Now app, and it wasn't working. It shut down. And I was like, um, I said this yesterday. She supposedly blocked her sister who has the same name and didn't know how to unblock me. I couldn't find myself in the contacts, so I sent her a text now. I don't know if she can get message. She doesn't typically respond, so that's not really that great of a friend in the first place if they don't respond ever. Alright, so I am a mess. My friend, I was like crying and freaking out and feeling like I'm not good enough and all this. Look at all these clothing items. Look ahead. And this is clean. I should probably put these two in the drawer. I'm gonna do that. Ah! Just kicked something. If I could reach the drawer, that's the problem. Like, what's the point of putting it in the drawer if I can't even reach the drawer in the first place? So I ended up, oh shoot, my plant needs water. How am I supposed to get to that plant? That's the question. It needs water, like right now. It needs 2 things of water. And look at all this stuff. I gotta get it now. 2 cups of water for this bad boy. It's my lucky bamboo, but it was not so lucky because it got bugs. So I had to isolate it from every other plant in my house. Every other freaking plant. Oh, it's not even moving the turntable. Oh, oh my god. Was it not? I was like plastic man, no, elastic girl. I came home and I was talking to my animals last night. I was like, I'm happy because of my circumstance. And then I was like, oh, somebody's sleeping on the couch. Like, shut up. I was like, what else did I say? I hope I didn't say anything else. Oh and the clocks. I'm like, I haven't been up. I've been watching some freaking cop show, man. Like, I don't even know what I was watching. I was about to change the channel. I have a converter box. I was about to change the channel so I could see what was playing. You know, like, you go back and forth and then it shows your channel and what you could see. I don't know what I was watching. I thought this guy, my boss sent me the schedule. Oh, God. Are you kidding me? We have a conference call today? Steve? What? 3 o'clock? Bother. A daggone conference call. I missed the last one. It's probably going to be, I don't want to go to work till, I don't even know when I go to work. I thought he was going to send me the other schedule. I got a picture of that one. I went to my meeting yesterday. I just want to just regroup my thoughts. I'm like so emotional. I went to my meeting yesterday and I had a phone interview and I had asked my, that's really hard to see. I had asked my, my friend last year to help me get a job, and that's before I worked at the pizza place. So I ended up not hearing back, and then a couple months ago, I heard that he had gotten somebody else a job and not me, and I was really sad. And I asked this guy, I said, let me get your opinion on this job. And I said, it's a sales job, it's a vending job, it's a brand ambassador job, and you need to pretty much sell the product. It's not like this the demo job where your goal is to sell the product, but your job is to share the product and give information about it and give handouts about it and share recipes and stuff like that if it's food. And I ended up getting this other job, and now someone's like, why are you so stressed? Why are you so worried? You have a job. And I keep feeling like the hours keep getting shrunk down. And I'm saying, oh, I don't want to work this day, that day, and I don't want to work these certain hours. And now they want me to open on Sunday and Monday, and I said I don't want to do that either. And the thing is, I'm going back and forth in my head about, well, I applied for a job. Who did I say I was available? What days? Anytime these days, not these days. But I got this other job on the weekend that could be 4 days. And sometimes it's like one of those 2 days, like Saturday or Sunday. And this other job's usually Monday through Thursday, but I was going to shrink it to Tuesday. It's like I'm trying to make room for a job that doesn't exist. And I'm not using that time, to do business for myself. And I'm not using that time to to work anywhere else. So basically that time has now become a stress-filled, non-money making time period. And I don't know what to do about it. Someone's like, you already have a job, don't worry, you're not desperate. Like, you didn't say desperate, but you already have a job. You don't have to stress about all these other things. And so this other job, I hated how I thought this. There's 2 things I didn't like. One was driving all over the city, and the other one was having to sell a product, not just share a product. I'm not a pushy salesman. I like the product. Like, I would like you to come in and you know what you want, or you're trying a sample and you decide you like it and you're going to buy it today or tomorrow. And I've done that before as a shopper. I think a lot of us think, oh God, that is really good. Or people give you samples or something of beauty products and stuff. So I just don't. I'm not a pushy salesperson because I'm not a good actor and I'm not a good actress and I'm not a good liar and I don't want to push something on you that you didn't want in the first place. And I know most of the stuff we all purchase is purchased because it's pushed on us. Um, like for me, I'll tell you, my top 3 favorite drinks would be Crystal Geyser water, Gerald Steiner water, and occasionally I'll get a juice, a cold pressed juice, either a lemon one or the orange defense. I don't know if I do well. I can do those juices on my own with the stuff from home, but there's all mixed up stuff I never use, and that's like kind of emergency, or I'm busy, or I'm lazy, or I don't feel good. I need to get a boost. I'm just saying, like, what I do versus what's influenced by TV. My friends do it. Everyone else do it. Favorite food is banana. It isn't everything like Chiquita brand. Favorite food is like banana, and I like oranges. Oranges for a holiday. It's always some kind of holiday. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is coming up. Oh my God, it's coming up on Monday. And I forgot my other favorite food. Oh, kale in the dehydrator. What the heck is this? Connect audio. I think it's just the same message. Oh, the password. Okay. I gotta set an alarm now. Daggone it. Alright, so I gotta set it for 2. I'll set it for 2:45. No. Avoid triple. Can't send out any triples at work for delivery, so that's my work. Today's Thursday. Oh shoot, I already had it for. I wasn't supposed to be awake till 4:45. Now I gotta put it at 2:45. And then look, it's 12:42. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be awake for another several, like four more hours. I've been buying eggplant, trying to do the eggplant thingy-majig, and I was making eggplant bacon, tomato, lettuce sandwich with cashew, cheese, and a seed crust. I've never recreated it. The one I buy at the health food store is super expensive, and it makes my tongue swell some. And I would totally eat that thing. I would eat like 3 of them in like 12 hours. That's the problem. If they're like $7 a piece or $8 a piece, like that's way too much money. So I tried to recreate it when what happened? Why did I do the dehydrator? Oh, because I was eating sliced nuts and my weight was going up 2 to 3 pounds a week. So I had to, or a day, 2 to 3 pounds a day. So I stopped the sliced nuts from Winco, and I think I realized I was home too much, so I was just eating these jars, like empty refill. So I was eating 2 big bags of nuts every day. I don't know if they change the nuts, because if I eat cooked food or contaminated food, that was what was causing, like, you would eat the healthiest cooked food, low-calorie exercise, but for me, I react, and my body gains 1, 2, or 3 pounds every single day until I stop. So I try to stop nuts, like I stopped chocolate and cheese and everything else, and my weight, I couldn't handle being off nuts. I think, I don't even know if I made it a week, and that's when I went and did the dehydrator I never used. I bought it on sale, which ends up being more than probably the original price, and I ended up probably just doing kale and whatever else. I like forced myself. I was like, dude, you need to eat something because just the fruit is not sustaining your energy level. So I ended up just like, my hair so crazy day, every single day of my life. Um, Eggplant, kale. So we buy lettuce and carrots. The guinea pigs are in the house. And tomatoes will go in the dehydrator. Oh yes, seaweed, raw sushi nori. I eat kombu sometimes, but there are other types of seaweed that are in my cupboard. I eat was it spirulina or chlorella. I used to eat both. But now whatever one I have in the cupboard, and actually it's vitamin D. And I gotta eat some today. Occasionally apples, and those last if you keep them in the fridge. Unfortunately, some of them just sit in there, I swear, for a year, and they finally get soft because of the metal bars. They're like get pressure on those parts. And then the nuts. Oh yeah, almonds. I prefer not. My insides is really bad when I eat nuts. Really, really, really bad. And even the nuts from Fred Meyer, only one store I could find the sprouted chopped almonds. I might actually buy some for the animals this week. They had strands coming out of the canister because you got to get it bulk, and I think those are the type of strands that I see when you have bugs in your grainy foods, grain bugs or grain moths or something like the nests and the webs. So I had bought it once. Like, oh crap! Don't buy any more. Take it straight home, put it in the freezer. Look at your food and make sure it's not crawling. So that kind of grosses me out. But then when you're on whole foods diet, it's kind of weird. I used to eat cheese with garlic. And one of my favorite things I used to do, I would take the tray from the toaster oven. We had a convection oven. How I missed that thing, it broke. We had a convection oven, and that was, you could do low temperature and you could do almost like dehydrator because you had the fan going in, do it super low, and then have that fan. The toaster oven I replaced for, I got $20 a kid, so I called home like, oh, it's on sale, it's the last day, no, we don't need it, we don't need it, we don't need it. We've been using the oven. I said, no, I'm just going to get it, and it's just kind of junky. But then now my daughter, we didn't use it, we used it once, it smoked up the house, and then my daughter was like, then that, like, over Christmas, over, like, Thanksgiving, no, not Thanksgiving, it was probably around my birthday, but sometime I had some time off, when all holiday stuff starts, and it was recently, I just turned that sucker on, and opened the window, and I barely smoked, if any, there's this chemical smell, and it said that instructions the first time, it would be, like, smoky, but it was so smoky, I don't know if it set off the smoke alarm, the whole downstairs was full of smoke, and so I ended up being scared of it, and I was like, oh shoot, it's been sitting there in the box, I never used it, it's too late to take it back, it's a piece of junk. It's like, the good ones you see in the store, like $59, convection, large, this and that, temperature control, a lot different, like, I was getting the cheapest thing on the shelf, and on it was a convection, so my daughter's like, oh, Mom, this is good for pizza, it's just like, boom, put it in there, boom, it's done, and so she appreciates that, as long as we can get to that. I gotta clean the oven, speaking of ovens. I went to, I used to eat mushrooms until I got sick twice off New Season mushrooms. And one was during a test that I actually ended up failing because I was sitting on the toilet and puking and going to the toilet all night the day before. I would take the tray out of the oven and I would cut up mushrooms, or I'd use a glass jar or the tray. I would cut up white mushrooms, or the criminy ones, garlic, onions, like fresh garlic, fresh onions, and Tillamook cheese, which is semi-aged versus pasteurized. It's low temperature pasteurized. And what else did I put in there? It's like something crunchy. Maybe it was the garlic that was crunchy. And I'd put that stuff in the toaster oven on a semi-low temperature, as low as I could. and it would melt together like a pizza. You know what you could also do? They had the raw food crackers that was like nuts and seeds, or just a bunch of seeds and the pizza flavor. You could put those on there, put that on top, and like broil it or bake or heat it on low temperature, like really fast. Those things will burn so fast. Oh my god, it was like eating like cheddar cheese pizza. Oh my god. But sometimes you ignore the food, the edges of the cheese, all the grease starts coming out and it would start crisping up. And the grease would saute your mushrooms. And I used to actually do this, did I do it on the stove? I think I used to do this on the stove when I was still eating cooked food. That was like, I'd consider it still raw and non-vegan. It was low temperature. I would do it on the stove and when I was camping. I had this secret recipe. I don't know if I did the cheese back then though. I don't know. Someone said they would pay me. I had a bunch of food recipes that I made up. People were like, oh my god, I will pay you to come and make this for me all the time. It's so good. I was like, heck yeah, I know. Like, that's why I'm fat. Yo, that's why I have to be careful. Even raw. Because I like the taste of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Finger looking good, and you wanna. What is the best part? The meat is good, the skin is good, but it's that flavor, right? So it's like you tweak anything and you just extract the flavor. It's like, who needs to eat? It's like, Jack, what does it say? Could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean, something. Jack's flat, I don't know what I'm saying. That dude, if she would eat the fat, he would eat the lean, right? So it's like, I separate stuff out, separate out amino acids. So I've just gone up and down grocery stores, especially when Wild Oats was around, and looked at ingredients. I did an elimination diet. I found out what worked for me, and between what works for me and price of product and I hate to say poverty level. I don't want to be in poverty mentality. My income level or my budget. Let's call it a budget. Budget. Even if you don't have a straight up budget, you still have a budget because you spend so much money. You don't have any money left. So between what worked for me and caused me, it was choose the lesser. When you choose a politician, choose the lesser of evils. I heard someone tell me in college, choose the lesser of two evils, and I choose what gives me the least amount of allergic reaction and what fits in the budget. And pretty much the stuff that causes the least amount of allergic reaction is really expensive, unfortunately. And so I struggle to maintain an adequate energy level, and even low energy makes it harder to exercise and be active. And then the little bit you do bring in causes you to get fat and flabby like I am all the time. And so it's really bad. Just like doing athletics and eating a square meal was, for my body when I was younger, was the best. But a lot of that I was living with my parents, or a lot of those years where I was tweaking my body as an athlete, and I had a home gym. God, I hope some of that hard work as a child helps me between now and then. Now and sorry, I always say I don't want a future trip. Now and the future, it's like osteoporosis, weight bearing exercises, osteoporosis help. I want to get away from what I'm talking about. I have met some people from Africa, and so since they were refugees, they had to go being in one nationality into going to be refugees in another country, and people from Nepal. And I'm thinking of two specific people. I don't want to say. I've shared about these people, and one had been from a wealthy family, farmers and grandparents farm. And all. They had their stuff together in the health field. Another one had probably had in Africa and Somalia. They probably leave your family money in your family, but when you flee politics, you're a refugee. Like I was a refugee when I left domestic violence. I ended up in a shelter. So these people, one had said, I said, "You're homeless." I said, "What? You're homeless? You were homeless? No, 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 no. You're not like homeless and alone." I kept freaking out about being homeless and alone. So this guy says, "You are not alone. You are in the world with everyone, with all of us. You are not alone." All right, God, that makes me so emotional. And you see people when I go downtown. It doesn't matter where I am, but when I go downtown, it's right in my face because there's a curvy street I take through downtown near the Timbers Stadium, whatever. And this person, I think it was a woman, had some kind of bag and had this light colored blanket. It was just bundled up like a little bug, like a little um, moth, or not moth, like a butterfly cocoon. And it was cold. I'm sitting here. I got my coat, my shoes, my hat, gloves. At least I have them with me. I don't have them on. My heat on in my car, going to my heated house. And I'm so... Oh shoot, I gotta pay my heating bill. Speaking of heated, I'm so broke, and I'm not even on heating or food assistance. I don't even know. I'm really afraid because I cleaned out my savings, paying out all the bills that I can't afford to pay. It was incentive money that was supposed to be for business, not for personal, like to keep me off the street, keep my butt up off the ground. You see these people so vulnerable, sitting there alone. They're not even with someone. And a car in front of me stops, and a guy gets out, and he's good looking, and he looks wealthy, and he's wearing a fancy winter coat, like one of the long, like woolly kind of dress coats. And a woman, I see the shadow of these people, except this guy seems to be like looking at me, right, trying to look me right in the face. The cars behind me were going around them, these two lanes, and they just randomly stopped. They didn't like put on their flashes or anything. Like, it was like one of those riot share or something. And this woman, she's white, she's clean cut, and she has the shadow, like from the side of your eye, you see pale, straight hair, thin body, well dressed, with a man that looks like he's taking care of her. That's also white, clean cut, well dressed, coming out of a vehicle, which means that they had the money to pay for a ride, some kind of cab or Uber Plus or Uber Black or whatever they were in, and they were going somewhere. I see them, and the guy looks at me, and I think in my mind, God, I didn't look him in the eye. I'm so tired that day. I never been treated, I had never really been, I'm trying to accept, I'm working at accepting God's gifts. I hadn't been treated like that woman ever. I don't know their situation, but it happens all the time. I had never been treated kind of like a princess or a queen, with respect, and been clean cut. And right past them, who are going to the sidewalk, is somebody curled up in a dirty blanket, sleeping on the ground of downtown Portland. And I worked that day. I went to a meeting that day. I had a car that had gas in it that day. I went to, probably had something to eat that day. It was cold, but not as cold as I'd be if I was laying on the ground. And that guy, whoever drove them, I mean, it might not have been a rideshare, but whoever drove them somehow had money. I was getting paid for driving them. I was getting paid somehow to be able to have a vehicle like me that was able to be worked on, and people have money to clean their cars. And I I ended up, um, see, that's his disparity. And the person on the ground was white too. That was the disparity. Wealthy, poverty. Standing in the same space. Breathing the same air. But most likely one or two of those people are going to go to bed in one house or apartment or a hotel that day. And one of them is maybe hasn't been inside. They might have to get up and go poop on the sidewalk. And their dignity is long gone. And I'm sitting here not trying to be a brat or selfish and trying to be like the wealthy, but being educated and working and being in debt, I need a minimum amount of money to pay my obligation back to society, to pay my gas bill, to pay my light bill, to pay my student loan. And as a black woman, I'm in between those two people. Back in the 70s, 80s, when my parents were up north and had money, they were like those wealthy. Getting a ride, getting a cab to a hotel or to a restaurant dressed to the nines. Is that a thing? Clean cut, cash in your pocket, cash in the bank, own your home. And they came out of segregation, came out of slavery and oppression. So I burst through that bubble of the 80s and 90s, and all of a sudden racism just went from bad to worse. And oppression and stereotypes, and then being a woman and being black and being a single mom, being overeducated, and fear that people have, and cold, like being in one place. And I had thought about striving to be a productive member of society and be paid my worth. And today I thought, God, I must be worthless. Because if God is blessing me with pennies on the dollar, I gotta bump it up a couple notches. Like, it's a reflection. And I've been where I slept on the ground because I had no house. I had to poop on the ground like an animal, wrapped up in a dirty blanket. Who knows the last time you took a shower? Who knows if you've had food for days or weeks? And I've been wealthy. I've been all those. The African person says, if you need my help ever, please ask. It is nothing. Food, it is nothing. It's like, what? Poop? She says, like poop. Food is like poop. It's nothing. You come to my house like potatoes, apples. You get some food in a bag. You go home and eat. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal, as she's trying to say. Please ask. I ask you to ask me for help. And it's like, you just end up like, just trying, that stuff messes with your mind. So trying, for me, it's like I'm trying to strive to get rid of those thoughts. That's why I don't like watching TV. I don't like the stereotypes of the TV shows. But I like this TV shows. What I hate is the commercials are way, way, way stereotypical. Way, way, way. Like, the commercials program you. I mean, that is obviously worth the amount of money that they pay to put commercials on. That stuff is very studied. It's very psychological. And it also makes you I always look at this. Like, this is marketed for white people. This is marketed for white people. Like, wait, the U.S. is like 50-50, plus or minus some percent of white versus non-white. The U.S. is 50-50. Why isn't my TV showing that breakdown? Um, I am at this place where I'm wanting to be the best Mia that I can be. And my heart, it's like there's an envelope. Like, I like goes down here like, oh, there's an envelope sitting there. You should open your mail once in a while. It's a check to trade in my car for $5,000, up to $5,000. Oh heck no, I ain't freaking $500 trade-in bonus. They wouldn't buy my car for up to $5,000 or trade in for. Oh no, not my little vehicle. What? Because you're not even gonna get 50,000 for that. Ooh. Or they have another one, 4,300 off the purchase of the Optimal. Two available from August. I don't know. This is like the most bothersome bag that I'm ever handling. So to be the best Mia, $500. I had a raggedy old freaking Ford Toyota Camry that wasn't even running that they gave me at least $200 for. Are they joking me? This is a well-maintained, one-owner, low-mileage vehicle here, ladies. Are they freaking kidding me? Well, that's a bonus, trade-in bonus. Black book value of my car is $5,400. Oh heck no! There's no way. It's got to be worth more than that. Well, to me, it's worth more than that. The replacement of a well-maintained car would probably, I would say, at least $8,000 because it was a $24,000 to $25,000 car to begin with, only a few years ago. So, being the best Mia. I was reading something online, and it was about someone trying to get married. And it was from a male point of view, and they mentioned something about a wife. And they said a story about something. Ooh, I want her opinion. I want a little blurb of her side of that part of the story. That I was really like, can I, like, I snored. I want to contact the author and be like, can you have your wife, like, reply to this and say her side of the story? I'm super curious. I don't use that word frequently. And so I went and read this, and I wasn't relating. I'm like, wait, this is some guy who's married to his wife that talks about millennials. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. Baseball. He kept talking about baseball tickets. But there's a few points of this about communication, and just life in general. Communication, and that I read twice that sentence, and it was kind of choppy. He talks about if you're having emotional or anxious. I don't know if he's anxious, emotional, or insecurity. The best way to deal with that is by talking about it. And since he was married, he was talking about talking with his spouse. But he was talking about millennials not getting married and doing the surveys and people being alone and single, which I don't think that should be one category. There should be two. Don't live with a partner and you're single. That should be two separate categories. Because you can be single. Anyways, that boggles my mind. I don't know, it's like toggling back and forth. Yesterday I needed to talk, and I prayed. I went to a meeting. My friend suggested I write something and burn it. So I was supposed to be going in the backyard and burning something. This morning I didn't do it. Now it's not even morning. I'm freaking tired. Work. I'm not. I got a webinar in like an hour, less than 2 hours. That's chopping up my day. I was so into the bank. I think I'm gonna take my money and go to the bank at 9 a.m. to deal with traffic. I might just wait. I could go on the way to work and take a different way to work. And I had to take a left turn during rush hour. Is it rush hour today? Let me see when I work. That would be the start. The start would be to actually know when I work before I future trip about work. These last time they sent me this. The same message. I don't know if it's his phone. One, my boss said I didn't have my phone on me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It sent 11 of the same exact messages in like a 10-minute period. It could have very well been the phone. I'm trying to figure out when he sent me the schedule. I'm trying to figure out when I work. I'm pretty sure I took a picture of this. Alright, today is the 17th. 6:30. Alright, let me put that on my schedule. I have a cook today, thank God. It's another manager. Oh, I gotta go talk to my son. I am tongue-tied right now. I feel like I'm looking for. Oh, I gotta change the date. I won't let you do midnight. I won't just carry it over. I feel like I want what I want when I want it, and that involves other people. And things that I have an opportunity to get, I don't necessarily strive for, and things that I can't change. So it's like this reverse. God, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. So I am not accepting courage to change the things I can. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Acceptance. Am I accepting the things I cannot change? Courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Wisdom is like a really big one. I'm gonna go watch my video. I was watching Sophia My Great Challenge. Here's a blanket I've been making for 2 years, and it should have been done. And I realized I've been working with this knot. This is a nightmare. Every time you pull this, it gets knotted in the middle, and maybe I was supposed to use this end, but the whole thing is like knotted. Maybe I was supposed to pull it from the other end. So I'm gonna cut this, which I don't want to do, and I'm gonna either unravel it or use a different. So every time I'm in a meeting, I got my son's done. I had little rolls of yarns from his mom had, and oh, that reminds me, I should go visit that lady. Well, I think I'm trying to think if I can meet in the middle. I was trying to do that in the meeting yesterday. It's just a big knot, so you're going to sit in the meeting. Most of the time it's going to be spent literally trying to undo a knot. And so it's like you pull a few strands out and then it gets tangled with this other end. And I had been spending my time crocheting from the outside in. And my daughter's like, Mom, you're supposed to do it from the inside out. And I was like, oh, really? So then I started doing it from the inside out. I don't know if I got it. I think I just got this one. This is the outside one. That fixed it? Look at this knot. Oh my god. That's the first time I ever tried to fix that sucker. Oh my god, look at this. Okay, I'm gonna watch Sophia My Great Challenge and I'm gonna see what I can get done. And then now that that other one is on the outside and not the inside, I might cut it and then do that. This is gonna be something. I told myself to rest Thursday and Friday, and I wanted to hang out with my new buddy. And I haven't expressed that. So talking about communication and insecurity and all that, I'm like, you have Friday, Saturday off. You're going to rest on Thursday, not as much now because of a conference call, and then Friday, rest. Someone's like, yeah, you should sit there. In my mind, I imagine sit there in your pajamas on the couch and just freaking watch TV and chill out. And then Saturday, hang out with my buddy. And if my buddy doesn't want to be my buddy or whatever happens, I still hang out because I planned it. And then Sunday work, and then back to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, and then figure out my job for the other job. And so that's a busy schedule. I feel guilty. It's light. My sun is up. I feel guilty trying to be awake. Usually sleep. I'm usually tiptoeing around. Now I'm like, oh, now it's like me having a baby. Oh, now that the kid is up, now I should be vacuuming, making a whole bunch of noise, and walk up and down the stairs, taking down Christmas decors. Like, no, you're tired. You've been when the baby's a baby, that's like a year. And now these people are almost 18 and almost 20. You've been doing that for freaking 20 years. You're like 19 years overdue. You have 19 years of tiptoeing around, and it's like now you're tired, and you don't have to just say I'm gonna do it when we do it. It's like if they're gonna sleep and you can't vacuum, then you can't. You can just say I'm gonna vacuum anyway. I don't care. Like, I mean, they always say they don't care, but I feel rude because I don't want them. I don't want to set a bad example. I'm gonna watch Sophia and my guy challenge. Bye, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. I cried a lot yesterday. I tried to reach out. There's one person that I considered a friend, and I had wanted to say that I had to be real careful because these people said they're going through a lot and healing from a lot, and a lot of people are still using a large amount of substances, and that's their choice to maintain a life. And I see from the outside looking in, I see when I was their age and then that stage of my life, that was my coping. That was my how I like now I think a lot of the anxiety comes from looking life right in the face and dealing with it. And it's not like anxiety. Anxiety is just like getting worked up about something. It's because if you're drinking or using even smoking, you're chilling out and you're letting your mind. Even watching the TV for an hour this morning. I missed the end of the Leverage episode. The little doll. I saw that before, but I wanted to see the end. All of that stuff helps numb your mind. And God reminded me, like, Sunday or Monday, I was feeling weird. God's like, you are a raw fetus. You're a spiritual person. You have this, like, difference of your reality is really different from people that are super drugged out. I see people in public that are really, really high. And I'm like, you're old enough to be able to suit up and show up and walk around and talk and be social and have manners and follow the rules, but you're freaking high as a kite. Like, I was like that. The only reason I bring this up, I haven't shared a meeting in a long time. I start to say, wow, these people are happy. They laugh. They smile. They eat what they want and don't worry about their health. They don't. And I look at them like I did at that party with the people drinking the red wine. I think they're the ones that are rich. They're the ones that have the good jobs. They're relaxed. They're happy. And so I won't trip on I want to drink or use, but I'll say that's what drinking and using got them. And what drinking and using got me was sober. And what drinking got me was sober and not feeling whole, not feeling complete. The one thing with that is I recently read this within the past year and a half or so. Somebody said, and this is for early people in recovery, the things in life that normal people, or if there are normal people, find enjoyable. Eating a good meal, sitting at the table with family was one of them. And they're like, everyone's passed the plate out and sat down in your room and the table's trash. Like, there's everyday things that normal people do that you get a satisfaction, enjoyment, socialization, family time, and you get a way of feeling satisfied. And my hand's freaking numb. And you if you have your false, non-natural way of raising your endorphins really high, so the normal person, this is like maybe a neutral, doing stuff, getting home from work on Friday and kicking your feet back and ordering a pizza, like this neutral, sitting around with family laughing at a movie, having Thanksgiving dinner. It's neutral, they have endorphins go up, you had some sad things. But if you are high, like on heroin or something, or even like just different things, your tolerance for that neutral, that's like not neutral, is way up here. So when you go back to this is like a low. It's like it doesn't have satisfaction, and it's almost like you're in a depression, but you're not depressed. It's harder for me to explain. It would probably be a little different with alcoholism, but a lot of alcoholics are also on pills and uppers too. Everyone's different, but that was the first time I saw that I don't get satisfaction out of everyday things because I had my normal pushed up so high for so many years. And not only was it the endorphins were risen, you can get that from sex, exercise, eating. They were so high and laughing. Also, not facing reality and not facing life on life's turn and being in my own fantasy and sometimes actually even hallucinating. Even if you don't sleep because you're partying, you're going to be hallucinating and things will be dulled out and changed. That level makes, that's your reality for a while. It's like being inside of the Roger Rabbit or something cartoon and an adventure, and then you go to life and it's like, oh god, I gotta change diapers and work some crappy minimum wage job with all this education and freaking living in the projects, and so I work a program and I have a higher power and I learn to be grateful. And I get this monotonous, non-smiling, serious, grumpy, everything sucks. And I'm like, that's not who I want to be. But if I was up here and if I was blinded to reality, I had to learn. I think one of the best things that's hard, some of the old timers that have been in the program since they were like 20s and 30s, like I think those ones have the diamond in the rough. The progressive illness of alcoholism. You go through those 45 years of sobriety still having an illness that's tapping on the shoulder, still having an illness that's trying to grow and that's getting worse as you age, even if you're not actively drinking. And to deal with life and to grow old and to people have surgeries and people can't hear anymore and they have teeth issues. And then you go through that and see your kids grow up and go to get jobs and see your grandkids be born and your pets and your vacations and your retirement. And I can't believe I have an apartment or a house and a car that works. And these people have their little routines where they make the bed and change their sheets regularly like normal people. So they're like retired and they go to the meetings and the clubs, their art classes. And they wake up 70-something years old saying, oh my God, thank God I'm alive today. First of all, I'm going to call my kid and text him good morning. And so I had to look, when I go to the meetings, I hear other people talk like that. And it reminds me that life is precious and that I had been programmed a weird way.